Good evening, cricket lovers. We are back at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium for day 2 of the ongoing D20 2025, the winter edition. We had a wonderful day yesterday. Today we've got 2 matches lined up where Ajman will be taking on Sharjah. Well, we'll be starting that very soon. Meanwhile, I've got Ahmed Khwaja at the centre with the two captains for the all-important toss.
Match day 2 of the Emirates D20. Again, it's the same pitch on the extreme left of the center square. So once again, you have the shorter onside boundary when you're bowling from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. So you need to make sure you protect your spinners and get them on from the Bukhatir end. Overall, it's the same track. Some of the live grass that we saw yesterday has slightly died out. It has a more brownish tinge to the pitch so far. So what lively movement we saw yesterday may just die down and make it easier for batting. But my advice would still be to the toss winning captain, look to bowl first, suss out what is a decent score to chase in the second innings, and then look for the victory. Overall, perfect conditions here at the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Thank you, Ahmed Khwaja, for the insights about the wicket, similar wicket that was played on yesterday. Expecting a good day for seamers. Let's have a look at the toss with both the captains now.
Toss time for match number 3 of the Emirates D20 2025. I have the 2 captains alongside me here in the middle of the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Of course, leading Team Sharjah, we have a new captain, Britya Arvind, leading the side. Of course, leading Team Ajman, we have Adnan Ul Mulk. And our esteemed match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. It's going to be Sharjah to flip the coin, Ajman to call. Tails is the call. Let's come down his heads. Britya won the toss. What have you decided?
We choose to bowl first.
Bowling first on this track, what do you think is a decent score to chase in the second innings?
I think 150, 160 will be good. I think we'll try to restrict them as low as possible. You know, it is a bit tacky. It's not been very high-scoring games yesterday, so hopefully we try to restrict them below 160.
Losing to a relatively inexperienced Fujairah side, I'm sure Sharjah's pride must have been hurt.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think it's good to get that one game away early on in the tournament rather than the business end. So we're not getting too much into it. I think we're still confident that we're going to win and hopefully qualify for the knockouts.
Apart from the obvious change, what are the other changes you made to the side?
Irfan Yusufzai is out, Farhan Khan is in, and of course Khalid's resting today, and Usaid Amin's coming in.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Adnan Ul Mulk unfortunately lost the coin toss. You'll be batting first. If you had won it, what would you have done?
We would have looked to bowl first as well, since our first match of the tournament. But we can't control it. It's what it is.
Well, it's been a long time since we've seen you at the D series. Where have you been all these months?
I've been around. But I missed out on the D10. But I play D20 regularly, so I'm back, hopefully to perform today.
And what is the team combination looking like? Have you got all the bases covered?
Yeah, we got the bases covered. Actually, no one's really making a debut. We've been playing for a long time. So we are well gelled up and ready to go.
Best of luck for the game.
Thank you, sir.
Right, then news from the centre. Sharjah have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first.
Thank you, Ahmed, for your insights. Let's have a look at the playing 11 for both the teams. For Team Sharjah, Tanish Suri, Rithya Arvind was unlucky yesterday, was caught behind. Mohit Kalyan, Taimur Ali. They've got a back batting. Ayan Afzal Khan did deliver yesterday. Usaid Amin will be in today. Looks like Khalid Shah is not playing. Dania Liaquat was absolutely brilliant yesterday. Khuzaima bin Tanveer, Wasim Akram, Farhan Khan and Ibrahim Masood will conclude the playing 11 for Sharjah. Talking about Ajman, Ansh Tandon, the usual opener for Ajman, alongside Yahya Abdul Rahman, the youngster, Adnan Ul Mulk, Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, Basel Asim, Mohammad Sagir Khan, good to see him. Zohair Iqbal, the bowling all-rounder. Mohammad Aftab Javed, who was in sublime form in the previous editions. Junaid Shamshu, good to see him as well. The spinner Isam Mathiur Rab and Muzammil Qasim will conclude the playing 11 for Ajman. Two equally poised teams taking on the challenge today, and it's perfect time for me to introduce you to my co-commentator, Azhar Khan. Welcome to the Combox.
Thank you so much, Rizwan and Rahman. It's always a pleasure to be here at this iconic place, the Sharjah International Cricket Stadium, and looking forward to this contest here. Two very good sides, Sharjah winning the toss and bowling first. I was there a short while ago, and Ahmed Khwaja did the pitch report. There's a strong color of grass on this surface. Mentioned as well that it's died down, but I expect the Sharjah pacers, especially Farhan Khan with his height, likes of Wasim Akram, to get something out with the new ball. Maybe the odd ball just holding up in the surface. This thick coverage of grass. The openers of Ajman, they need to get off to a good start here. First couple of overs is going to be crucial for both the teams. Overall, fantastic conditions. Emirates D20 2025 once again. It's a tournament where we have witnessed over the years some great performances, and a lot of youngsters emerged onto the scene and got picked at the highest level. Really looking forward to a cracker of a day as Sharjah. Final few words of advice from the skipper, standing skipper Rita Arvind. Khalid Shah missing out today. Plenty of class and plenty of talent in this outfit. Just getting their act together. Will be very interesting to see the pace battery. Hosama bin Tanveer, Wasim Akram. You got Farhan Khan. The right arm leg spin of Ibrahim Masood. Plenty of variety there, Rizwan.
Well, it's a beautiful wicket for the seamers. We did mention this yesterday as well. Unfortunately, they were not able to hit the right areas, and they were a bit expensive in the first set of power play. And contrary, on the other end, Emirates Blues were phenomenal with the bowling performances. And we can look at on your screens, the umpires walking out to the centre. Expected to be a cracker of a contest after losing the first game. Sharjah would like to open their account, and Ajman as well. We've seen how they fought back in the previous editions, and they would look to start this tournament on a good note.
Oh, absolutely. Sharjah, they're a phenomenal side. A great track record over the years in this form of the game, in this edition of Emirates D20 over the years. Terrific talent. Very well led by Khalid Shah as well. On the other end, Ajman, obviously, they got a terrific record in 50 over Emirates D50 in the past. 20 overs, I think they need to really get going here in this edition. And they got the talent.
Well, it's their home ground. They have all the experience. They've played a lot of cricket here. They know the conditions inside out. Yes, Khalid Shah missing out today. What an opportunity for the others to sort of take this and cement their position in the team. Good to see a couple of changes made for Sharjah. And Ibrahim Masood was a bit expensive yesterday, but he was just given that 1 over. And understanding the conditions, if you look from the Combox end, the onside boundary is relatively shorter as opposed to the offside boundary. So the batters would love to cash on that opportunity.
Yeah, it makes it difficult, especially for the spinners. Especially if you get an opportunity to bowl from the Sharjah Academy, and that's really tough. Only a 50-yard hit. So the modern day Rizwan, you know, the batters, they're so good in improvisation as well. So it's tough job for the spinners. It is a challenge for the skippers of both the teams to get the spinners on from that end, but sometimes it can be a very, very tricky situation.
Loves that pace on offer, Ansh Tandon. We've seen how elegantly he was playing those innings in the previous edition. He would want to start off really well. Wasim Akram will be starting the proceedings for Team Sharjah from the Sharjah Cricket Academy, and Lovepreet Singh Bajwa has been promoted to open the innings for Ajman. We've seen Salman Shahid usually opening alongside Academy, and he was phenomenal. But looking at the combination, they've opted to go ahead with Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. We know he's a technically extremely sound player. In a shorter format, he would look to score big.
He's a class player, young Lovepreet. Played at the highest level. So is Ansh Tandon. But like I said before as well, against Wasim Akram and the likes of Hosama and Farhan, it will be interesting who will take the new ball from the other end. They just need to weather the storm, get settled. First couple of overs is going to be very, very crucial.
Absolutely. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. Let's have a look at the field setup for Lovepreet Singh. They've got a slip in place, backward point, gully, cover and mid-off inside the 30-yard circle, and long on, in fact, inside the circle. They've got a long leg outside the 30-yard circle. Just that one fielder as of now.
Predominantly an onside field because he expects the ball to swing back into the right-handers. 4 on the leg side, 5 on the offside. I'm touched his pride having not third man back. I would have had fine leg up and square leg back, but that's the way he thinks. It's going to be very important, Rizwan, to see if he gets any movement.
Yeah, winning the toss, opting to bowl first Sharjah. It'll be interesting to see how the first 6 overs will be planned out. Rithya Arvind has been deputed as the skipper for Team Sharjah today in absence of Khalid Shah. Just waiting for umpire's confirmation to call it play. Azhar Khan, good to see you back in Combox after a long time. Excited to be back at Sharjah Stadium.
Like always, coming back here, it brings a lot of memories and there's a different feel to it. When you're here calling the game, it's always pleasure.
Right then, ball number 1. Umpire Kashif says play. Appeal drifting down the leg side. First runs on board for Sharjah.
Not much as far as lateral movement is concerned, but the idea is right, pitching the ball right up there, Wasim Akram. If he gets his radar right and one swings back, Lovepreet does have the tendency to just plant that front foot across. So Wasim is looking for early wickets here.
Yeah, Ansh Tandon will face the tunes of Wasim Akram. He's got backward point and deep square leg outside the 30-yard circle. Slip in place, wideish fly slip. The idea will be to bowl the 4th stump channel. A good ball, good movement, hitting the deck really hard, and you can see that bounce off the surface as well, Asghar.
Just about perfect delivery. It just needs to draw him further forward and get that length, possibly a yard fuller, close to off stump. He's getting there. That's a good start to the left-hander and very watchful from Ansh Tandon as well.
You've got to introspect the conditions initially, and that's exactly what Ansh Tandon has done. We've seen how destructive he can be in the power play. Watchfully playing. Good delivery. Right on the money. I can see that swing in the air as well. Brilliant stuff from Wasim Akram.
That was the other one, which comes back into the left-hander. So he's got the ability to bowl that sort of length with movement both ways. Wasim. Almost a second slip. Quite deep because of his pace and bounce now. I think they got the field right. They pushed Farhan Khan to third man and there's square leg in place as well for the right-hander.
Respecting the good deliveries, playing on merit. And that's the right approach to go about initially. First couple of overs, you just got to make sure you're getting your eye right, and rightly so. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa middling it. A dot ball. It's been a good over so far for Team Sharjah. Just 2 runs off the over.
It's all about patience as well as an opening batsman. First couple of overs, it's all about getting one out of the middle and you grow in confidence.
Opportunity, but that's been put down. That should have been taken. Usaid Amin at first slip. He got his hand to it. Wasim Akram is dejected.
Tough chance. I'm not sure it really carried to him because he was diving forward. Let's have a look. Genuine outside edge. Well. Touch and go. Perhaps he's a yard deep for this track. It's not the quickest track.
Yeah, should have been a step forward. That should have been a wicket for Sharjah. This one coming in. Beautiful delivery from Wasim Akram. But the ball will find the fence. Wasim Akram was just trying to get that towards the inside half of Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. But he gets a boundary.
I fell over a fraction, Lovepreet. That had went to off stump, but he did really well. Is to get his bat down just in time. Attempted in swinger. That one swung in late. Nicely done at the end from Lovepreet. And the first over is 6 for none.
Farhan Khan has been given the responsibility to bowl the over number 2. He's got a slip in place, deep third and deep square leg outside the 30-yard circle for Ansh Tandon. A good delivery, hitting the right area, right channel, and he was having a niggle. Farhan, he was away from domestic cricket for quite some time, and it's good to see him back in the side.
A class act when in full rhythm. He's a bowler to watch. We've watched him last couple of seasons. When he gets it right, he's a real handful. With his height, he's a lethal bowler.
Ansh goes big, straight into the hands of the fielder. Tanish Suri does the cleanup at deep third. First wicket goes down for Ajman.
He does have the tendency to go over the top early on. Just looking to work it on the onside. Thick outside edge, straight to third man. That's beautifully taken. Farhan strikes. Disappointment for Ansh Tandon. He departs for 1. There's 6 for 1, Ajman.
Six for 1. Brilliant wicket for Farhan, and Adnan Ul Mulk walks out to the centre. He's a senior statesman, usually bats top order, who has got a responsibility on his shoulders. They've got to stitch up a partnership here. However, one has to take the aggressor's role.
That was possibly the role of Ansh Tandon, which is failed to really execute that one. Right now, Adnan Ul Mulk, he's an aggressive player, but you got to get your eye in. It's about just finding the right tempo for this surface.
Yeah, talking about Farhan Khan, was part of the ILT, was praised by Munaf Patel. That is a go-getter, works really hard behind the scenes, gives it 100% in the nets. No ball. Well, it's a free hit on offer for Adnan Ul Mulk. Will he be able to cash on to that?
He does have the tendency to every now and then just overstep Farhan. Few issues with his run-up. I know he's tried really hard to fix them, but every now and then just gets over that line. That's a perfect opportunity here for Adnan to get off the mark.
Frees his arms, goes up, but falls in no man's land. They look for two and get it quite comfortably. But that should give him some sort of confidence for Adnan, getting it right off the meat of the bat. Adnan Ul Mulk gets off the mark. Yeah, you did make a point there, Asghar. We've seen Farhan struggling with the run-up at times. What is the best option to sort of negate those extras?
Obviously, a no ball can be a real problem and it can upset your rhythm. Nicely bowled, straight to square cover. He works very hard, and that's where the coaching staff comes in as well. And behind the scenes, you've got to go through the drills and everything to sort those things and to make sure that in the game time you don't overstep, because it can be really, really hurting for you in a game.
Yeah, the training drills, the work behind the stage, obviously practice is what is required. Another beautiful delivery from Farhan. Is not offering any wit whatsoever, troubling the batters of Ajman. And I think, I must say, what we've seen Farhan and what we are seeing Farhan now in past couple of years has really developed a lot.
I hope he really gets to his peak fitness, and that's where he can be really handled. Still a work in progress. Not a finished article as yet, but he's got the promise, he's got the talent. Full toss, smashed through the offside. First boundary here for Adnan Ul Mulk.
Well, it was a juicy full toss on offer. He was trying for the off cutter, the slow one, and in the process completely misses it, and a juicy full toss on offer, and Adnan cashes on that opportunity. Boundary to close out the over. 2 gone, 13 for 1. Wasim Akram to continue. Good delivery, right on the money. Good appeal from Rithya Arvind. Probably slightly drifting down the leg, I reckon.
Very good decision, and a simple decision for Kashyap Billa. Very good eye. Quality umpire. Pick that one up quickly. Lapreet, he does have the tendency to just plant that front foot and look to play through mid-wicket. He's got to be a little careful here against Akram.
Battery. Beautiful delivery. One, and they pick up a single. Clinical so far as they were yesterday against Fujairah. Skipper Rithya Arvind will be pleased with the effort so far. 160, 70 at least is what Ajman would be looking at, given the kind of batting strength Sharjah possesses.
Yeah, they do need a good start here. They already lost a wicket here, so need a solid foundation. This is not a 200 track, so you can take a bit of time. It's partnership.
Yeah, we've seen Dania Liaquat and Ayan Afzal Khan quite phenomenal yesterday. Despite losing their wickets at the top order, they managed to come close to the target. Beautiful delivery, swinging in the air. Gets his willow right on time Adnan Al Mulk. Well, Wasim Akram is having a good day so far. And the good thing about Wasim Akram is he's got that ability to move the ball both ways.
Oh, absolutely. He's a class act. Right now, it won't be a bad idea, Rizwan, to just bowl a quick bouncer. Just push the batters on the back foot and then followed up with a fuller one.
Yeah, you've got to set him up. A batter of Lovepreet Singh Bajwa's caliber and Adnan Mulk as well. That's how you will be able to take those wickets. Quick one yet again. Just a single. And especially in a T20 format, we've seen, the batters, they throw away the wickets. It's not the bowlers who actually earn it. In such situations, especially in the longer format of the game, the bowlers will have to work hard to earn those wickets. But with Wasim Akram, we've seen he generates that opportunities for the team.
Absolutely, Rizwan, because he's got the pace and he's got the movement, and that allows you to attack the batters.
Watchfully played by Lovepreet. Quick single. They need to find a way to stop those singles just to create that a bit of extra pressure. Probably have those fielders a little bit closing in just to make sure, create that dot ball pressure. And more often than not, we've seen Asghar, when you have those dot balls on the trot, there's a possibility of getting a wicket.
Oh, absolutely. When you're in that 30-yard circle, your first priority should be always look out on the run-out opportunity, create those chances, create that doubt in the batter's mind, and that's where the mix-up happens.
Yet again, beautiful delivery to close out the over. Just 3 runs of it. 3 gone, 16 for 1. Farhan will continue. Picked up a wicket in the previous over of Ansh Tandon. Was trying to flash towards the onside. Got caught at deep third by Tanish Suri. Waver delivery down the leg side. A wonderful effort from Rithya. Arvind just could not get his glove there. Couple of runs taken. Boundaries are not coming easy for Team Ajman. They need to find a way. The good thing is at least they're managing to pick up those singles. With wickets in hand, you build up that partnership, lay that foundation, and look for a big score.
Oh, absolutely. And later on, they will have to target that leg side boundary. Batting from the Bukhatir end, that can really change the course of the game, but they need to have wickets in hand.
Oh, good delivery. No ball yet again. And the extras problem continue for Team Sharjah. Immediately realizes that he's made a mistake there.
I feel for him. He's just stepped over the mark here, and that will allow Lovepreet another opportunity of freedom to have a real go at that free hit. And that's where the pressure comes back to you as a bowler when you overstep the mark. Farhan Khan coming back after a few niggles. He needs to find his rhythm here. Opportunity for Lovepreet to free up his arms.
Oh, gets the connection right. And that's exactly what you would need. A maximum for Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. And why not? When you have that free hit on offer, you might as well take full opportunity.
Absolutely. He done. Held his shape as well. Didn't try to hit it hard. That was key to that stroke. Farhan bowling a slot delivery. And that free hit cost him 6 there. Plus a no ball. Pressure is back on Farhan.
It was really good until that extra delivery. This one was much better. Just a single on that occasion. Well, you've done everything right, and as you rightly mentioned, that one extra no ball will change the figures, will change the entire course of the over.
It changes the batter's mindset all of a sudden. When you're struggling, you get a free hit, and if you can put it away like Lovepreet did, it gives you enormous amount of confidence.
Slow one yet again, missing it completely. We've seen previously as well, trying to go for a slow one, in the process offering a juicy full toss, and Adnan cashes on that opportunity, gets a boundary.
Absolute gift on leg stump. A full toss for Adnan and Mulk, and he's put it away with all the ease in the world. Farhan Figures looking not great here. He's a great talent, but right now he's just struggling for direction, struggling for rhythm here.
Quicker one this time. Well, one of the seniors should quickly have a chat with him. Just stick to your basics. You don't need to do anything extra. We're bowling those good lines and lengths. Twice we've seen today when he was trying to come up with some variations, he has been punished. Stick to your basic plan. Just go with the flow. Hit the deck hard, and you should be rewarded. He's already picked up a wicket, but with those extras, he's been expensive. Much better line. Just be a single. Yeah. And that's the right approach. You've picked up a boundary. Yes, there was a dot delivery. You just ensure you pick up a single as well. 4 overs gone, 31 for 1. Well, as expected, Rithya Arvind has opted to go with Wasim Akram. 3 overs on the trot for him. And why not? He's just given away 9 runs, bowling with some velocity. Good delivery yet again. And that seam movement as well. Quite impressive so far, Wasim Akram. They've done their homework, Asghar. They were down under yesterday. They lost those wickets earlier on. They have come with a plan and they are working towards it.
And so far, so good. Good little partnership developing, but it's a long way to go. I like the move of giving Wasim Akram another over here from Rithya Arvind, obviously looking to break this partnership. That's an attacking move.
Oh, absolutely. And I think they still have the services of Khuzaima bin Tanveer, who's also considered as a death over specialist, the likes of Daniel Liaquat, Ayan Afzal Khan. So they've got that complete setup, and rightly so, Rithya Arvind opting to go for the third for Wasim Akram. I'm loving this contest. I'm loving the way Wasim Akram is shaping up, and he's setting up the batters. You've seen a couple of deliveries going away from the batter, a couple of them coming in towards the batter.
Anything if I want to be little critical of Wasim Akram at this stage, he hasn't bowled a bouncer. Why do I say that, Rizwan? Because they're also expecting the fuller length. They're protecting the stumps. They're getting themselves in good position and defending him. And a short ball will just disrupt their balance at the crease.
Oh, I fully echo with you on that. You've got a setup. There you go. You just called it. Ritya Arvind calls for the catch and he takes it. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa will have to depart. We were just talking about that bouncer and Wasim Akram has delivered that.
Well, he was not expecting there. Lovepreet looking to get onto that front foot and Wasim just bangs one in. That's what happens. Got onto him a lot quicker than he thought. An excellent catch as well. Never easy running backwards. He's a great athlete. Great captaincy. Big blow. Lovepreet departs when he was looking good. Ajman lost their second wicket. Jubilation here for Sharjah. 32 for 2.
Two down for Ajman. Wasim Akram immaculate with his lens. And that quicker bouncer hurried on to Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. Yahya is a new batter out at the centre. Drifting down the leg side. The ball will find the fence. Using the pace on offer. Just guided it. And Yahya picks up a boundary of the first delivery.
The idea was right, not the execution from Wasim Akram. Nicely tucked away round the corner. Good old-fashioned leg glance for 4. Off the mark. And that's where the batters love early on in the innings. Something on the pads. Thank you very much.
I will definitely give them confidence as well. And we see a deep third coming inside the 30-yard circle. Good delivery, right on the money. So far, it's been clinical from Team Sharjah. Just at 7.45 runs an over is the Team Ajman.
Yeah, that wicket of Lovepreet has just put them further on the back foot here. Very good move by Ritya, giving Wasim Akram his third over. Pick of the bowlers so far. 1 for 14 is looking really good. He's looking in rhythm here, Wasim.
Good looking shot straight to the fielder. 2 dots on the trot after that boundary. 5 overs gone, 36 for 2. Alright then, Farhan Khan has been rested, rightly so. He was expensive in the previous over, and the Khuzaima bin Tanveer has been given the responsibility to bowl the final over of the power play. Looking at the field, he's got deep third and long leg outside the 30-yard circle. Slip in place as well for Khuzaima. Adnan 13 off 13. Wavered down the leg side, gets his willow just in time. They'll pick up a single. Well, especially in a T20 format, you need to have at least a couple of aggressors in the power play. You need to take that gamble. We've seen that in the previous edition. Salman Shahid was taking that lead. Now, since they've lost those wickets, they're on the back foot and clearly struggling.
You make a very good point there. You need to get off to a good start. They lost that aggressor early on, Ansh Tandon, and then Lovepreet when he was set and looking good. That's the problem. If you keep on losing wickets, it's hard to get momentum into the innings.
Full toss on offer. Fielder in place. It'll just be a single. Yeah, absolutely. And I think you've got to take your chances in the power play, as you have only 2 men patrolling outside the 30-yard circle. But at the same time, you need to make sure at least you're scoring at about 8.5, 9 runs and over. And with the kind of surface it is, it gets easier to bat under lights, and they need to get to a formidable total to sort of put Sharjah on the back foot. Beautiful delivery, a dream delivery for Khuzaima Tanveer.
Absolutely, they'll need 160 plus 1 fields on this surface. That will keep the bowlers in contest, especially if they can pick a few early wickets here. Right now, the job of these two is to go at a decent rate. Yes, you need to build partnership, but like you said, at least you got to go at 8 runs, 8.5 per over, and it's going to be a challenge against someone like Khuzaima.
Yeah, you need to. One of the batters will have to take up that responsibility. You've got to stitch up a partnership as well. Yes, you're in 2 minds. You've already lost those 2 wickets, but find a way. At least pick up a boundary in an over. So when you have that boundary and you get those singles and doubles, you get that over close to 7 or 8 runs an over. With dot balls and singles only, it will definitely affect you.
Especially at the start of the over in a T20 game, I think most of the batters, they should look to target that early boundary. That makes it easier for the rest of the over. If you can just milk it around, you get those 7, 8, 9 runs per over. But against Khuzaima, it's going to be tough. He's hitting a very good length here.
This was in the slot. Didn't get the connection right. Was aiming towards the extra cover region, but in the process gone towards the deep third. Yeah, absolutely. And I think at the same time, I would still say you have a lot of youngsters. We've seen how they've performed. We've seen Ayan Misbah yesterday. And when you have those opportunities, when you're playing for new franchises, go out there, perform, and find a way to cement yourself in the team.
Exactly. There are lots of opportunities when you're playing at this level. Offside, off stump, and the umpire doesn't think it was wide enough. That concludes the power play. 6 overs done and dusted. 40 for 2. Ajman struggling a bit here.
Well, that's the sign from Kashif, the end of power play. Ibrahim Masood is into the attack from the Sharjah Cricket Academy, and well, quite phenomenal, but was a bit off color yesterday. A perfect time for him to bounce back in the game as Team Ajman or on the back foot.
Perfect stage to come into the attack. I'm not sure the perfect end though. Should have been brought in from the Bukhatar end where he would have had a bigger leg side boundary. Interesting here from Ritya. Oh, beautiful start. He's a fantastic talent. When he gets it right, the pace he bowls, Rizwan, it makes it difficult if you don't pick him.
You just called it hitting the right areas with that pace on offer. He just has to be careful with those full length deliveries. That's exactly what I was talking about. He didn't get the connection there. Yeah. One in the slot, that will be disappeared. That was one area of concern for Ibrahim Masood.
Interesting replay here. I think bit of bat saved him. That was the signal from the umpire. Otherwise, that was crushing into middle stump. That leg side boundary is tempting for the right-hander here. He goes again. That's a top-class leg spinner.
Beautiful stuff from Ibrahim Masood, enticing the batter to go after him, and Yahya looking to go big. But 3 good deliveries from Ibrahim Masood. Well, this is exactly what happens when you're under pressure. Half tracker, falling short. It was a long hop and it has gone for a maximum. Poor delivery from Ibrahim Masood on this occasion.
He's a fine talent, but he just needs to come up with more patience here. 3 very good deliveries, then he tried that wrong one. Perhaps at this stage wasn't required. You got to get onto your length and groove. Dropped it short and rocked back in. Wow, that was a great hit on the rooftop.
Yeah, still very young Ibrahim Masood. I'm pretty much optimistic that he will eventually learn over time. When he's been rubbing shoulders with international superstars, always seen him working really hard. Ibrahim Masood. Yeah, one delivery which was short and Yahya punished him. Wavered down the leg side. Just a bit of under pressure after being hit for a maximum. Still a decent over given the format that we're playing.
Absolutely, but he would be bitterly disappointed with himself. He started off really well here. These 2 deliveries remaining is crucial for his confidence here.
That will be a wide. He's just feeling the pressure there, Masood, Ibrahim Masood. And I think one of the senior statesmen should have a word with him. Just calm down. Just bowl your regular deliveries. You don't need to panic. Just a maximum that's been hit. This was much better. Much better from Ibrahim Masood.
Yeah, on a length, not much turn on that occasion. Maybe it's the top spinner this time, going straight on. He's got all the variations, the wrong one, the top spinner. But sometime I do feel that he needs to bowl more of his stock deliveries.
Well, this is skied up in the air. Falls in no man's land. They look for 2, but will just settle in for 1. They'll bring us to the end of over number 7. 49 for 2. Seven overs gone, 49 for 2, scoring at about 7 runs an over. I'm optimistic and I can say confidently the bowlers of Sharjah have impressed. My co-commentator who's back in the com box, Ahmed Khwaja, happy with the approach so far.
Thank you very much, Rizwan. Yes, they've been spot on today. Slip in place for Khuzaima. Nicely bowled, right on the money. And well, if you think about it, all 3 of the fast men are going to be part of the upcoming ILT 20 Season 4. Khuzaima already retained by Desert Vipers. Farhan Khan re-drafted in the auction by Dubai Capitals. And Wasim Akram was also a pickup in the auction. So wonderful to see. That just shows the class and quality of this Sharjah pace battery. Wasim Akram in particular has bowled beautifully this evening. Looking to build a partnership here. The captain and young Yahya Abdul Rahman. A lot depends on Adnan ul Mulk.
Well, they thoroughly deserve those selections. They've worked really hard in the UAE domestic season, and rightly so. They've been selected to various different teams in the ILT, which is going to happen in December. Yeah, a lot will rely on Adnan. He is the senior statesman. He's gone through such situations many a times. Yeah, will take his chances. Oh, good delivery. Trying to go towards the extra cover region. Does not get the connection right.
Just needs to be careful here. Yahya Abdul Rahman. You've gotten off to a start. You are facing up to a quality seamer on a difficult wicket. Just your shot selection. Need to show a lot more patience. A lot of time remaining in the game. So you can afford to just hunker down for a while. Build your innings. Stitch a partnership together with your skipper. Oh, beautiful delivery. The perfect channel outside off.
That's exactly what is known for Khuzaima. Another pitch of a delivery from him. They've put it on Team Sharjah. It's the experience as well. They've played so much of cricket in the UAE. They know the conditions inside out, and rightly so, delivering it today. And we've on your screens, Ayan Afzal Khan was phenomenal yesterday with the ball, with the bat, gave away 17 runs and scored a brilliant 60 odd runs for his team. Just couldn't get them over the line, but it was phenomenal. Beautiful. Yet again, slightly moving away from the right-hand batter.
He's just playing a shot a minute at the moment. That was the fuller one. The sucker ball chased it outside off. There you can see that setup from Khuzaima. First short, then good length, and then the fuller one. This is superb bowling. Just shows he's not only a quick bowler, but a very intelligent one as well. Fast bowlers really get credit for their smarts. But that's why Khuzaima has had so much success in the past couple of seasons. Good looking push. But a tidy over coming in from KBT. 8 gone, 51 for 2 Ajman. So Ibrahim Masood will continue from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. Interesting that he's been given the shorter onside boundary. That just shows how much faith the captain has in him. Oh, what a delivery. Pitched on middle, fizzed past the outside edge. They are appealing for a stumping. Has Britya Arvind pulled this off?
Well, he looks confident, Britya Arvind. It's been referred upstairs. But what a delivery that was from Ibrahim Masood. Yeah, I think that is close. It's a difficult one for the third umpire.
Has he just raised his back foot there? It's touch and go. Adnan ul Mulk looks relatively confident. Yeah, seems to be A-okay as the fielders are returning to their fielding positions. We didn't see the best of him yesterday, Ibrahim Masood. Only bowled 1 over, went for 14. But tonight, he's looking razor sharp here as one.
He was brilliant in the previous over as well, apart from the delivery that he provided in the slot. And I think they're having a look at it one more time, probably a different angle. Still waiting for a conclusive evidence. Rithya was confident, probably his foot was in the air. Yeah, there you go. Was it in the air?
It's all split second stuff here. Did Adnan Ulmulk just over balance. Lightning glove work coming in from Rithya. Good to see him donning the gloves. It was Tanish Suri yesterday doing the wicket keeping duties. But conclusive evidence is what we're looking for. And in the end, I think he's just about survived. But that's a very encouraging start for Ibrahim. Look at that one. Spin viciously. Slip in place now. Khuzaima bin Tanveer getting in there. Adnan Ulmulk, how is he going to react? Oh, once again, it's a poor delivery. That's a let off.
Yeah, I think it sort of gets under pressure at times. We've seen the previous over, 3 brilliant deliveries and 1 delivery in the slot. And especially with the youngsters, these are the things that the management would need to work around with the youngsters. Just tell them, calm down. It's all right to be hit for a 6. You can come bounce back really well. This is skied up in the air. Fielder settling underneath it. And a catch has been taken. Ayan Afzal Khan has safe pair of hands and he's taken it.
Well, Yahya was always looking like he was in a bit of a hurry. Flighted leg break. Inviting the big shot. And just catching the outer half of the blade. Miscued. And Ayan Afzal Khan takes a smart catch. That extra cover. Those are never easy. Swirling in the air. So played some good shots. But in the end, a rush of blood. And Yahya will head back to the dugout. 3 wickets down now for Ajman. They're in a spot of bother. New batter coming in is Basil Asim, another youngster. Does have a youthful look to the squad, Ajman. Especially in the batting department. If you have a very inexperienced middle order, it's going to be tough going. But Ibrahim Masood, you cannot keep a good man down. He's been landing his leg break really well. And a young wrist spinner does take a lot more time than usual to mature. But he's already a very, very fine bowler. And getting a wicket early in his spell will certainly boost his confidence. Watch out for that googly, Mr. Basil. Oh, there it was. But just sliding down leg.
Yeah. Brilliant work from Ibrahim Masood. Drifting down the leg side on that occasion. And with those dot balls, the run rate has come down to 6 runs and over. Lost the top order. Another brilliant delivery, holding his length a little bit back, and just a single. Basil gets off the mark.
Much more assured with his footwork there. Wants to get that big stride in. Try to meet the ball early. Oh, look at that one turn, and what a take by Vritya Arvind. One-hander, that was flashy. Superb over from Masood, 9 gone, 53 for 3. So change in the bowling. Khuzaima with a brief burst, and now over to some left arm spin.
Yeah, he was phenomenal yesterday. 4 overs, none for 17. He didn't pick up a wicket, but he did create that pressure from the other end. Ayan Afzal Khan starts off really, really well. Rithya is appealing for everything. Has it been referred upstairs? We'll have to watch.
Well, he's insisting with both umpires. Mohammad Kashif and Mr. Waqar Latif. Whoever will listen. Delightful delivery. Drift in the air. Turning away. Oh, yes. Vritya Arvind, I think you're in business.
Well, he's got it right this time. The line belongs to the umpire. What a delivery. First up from Ayan Afzal Khan. We still have to wait for the umpire's decision, but excellent glove work from Rithya Arvind.
That was absolutely razor sharp. And I think Basel is in trouble here. Cannot visibly see anything behind the popping crease. The line belongs to the umpire. Excellent take by Vritya. And we look on expectantly towards the big screen. There you can see the bail is fully off its groove. And what do the umpires think? Yes, the finger has been raised. So young Basel just got an absolute ripper and had no chance. But the credit for the wicket goes to Vritya Arvind.
Yeah, brilliant comeback from Team Sharjah after the defeat yesterday. What a delivery from Ayan Afzal Khan. They have that skill set and they're executing their plans to perfection today. We've seen Ibrahim Masood and now Ayan Afzal Khan. Brilliant work. Ajman lose another wicket, 53 for 4.
Well, a very fine middle order batter coming in at 6. The crisis man, Mohammad Aftab Javed. He was in scintillating form last season. Was smashing hundreds and 50s for fun. Let's see if he can continue that good form. One of the key players in this Ajman setup. Perhaps could have been promoted up the order rather than that usual number 5, number 6 position. Well bowled. Ayan Afzal Khan has started off well.
Well, you made a point there. He was the run getter for his team in the previous edition. Scored those 3 or 4 odd centuries, I reckon, in the previous edition. Quite phenomenal. But the question that I would definitely want to ask you, Ahmed, look at that delivery. Beautiful. Sharp turn as well. Well, you have a batter of Mohammad Aftab's caliber. We know Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. He can play probably in the middle order. We've seen the same issue with Ajman in the previous edition also. They need to find a way to sort their batting order. If I was the captain or the management, I would have Aftab play the opening and let Lovepreet Singh Bajwa take the responsibility of the middle order.
You certainly make a strong point. If not opening, at least around number 4, right in the heart of that middle order rather than at the end of it. I'm not sure he's an opener by trade, but certainly a middle order bat. He's very competent. So certainly they need to tweak their batting order. You make a strong point. Ayaan Afzal Khan is making a strong point in this tournament as well with his bowling. Superb stuff. Oh, got lucky with that bottom edge. Testing times for Ajman.
Well, it's to do with the wide range of shot selection that you have as an opener batter, especially when you have two men patrolling outside the 30-yard circle. And we've seen he was successful. And that's exactly what I was trying to say. Bit of tweaking required. End of over number 10, 54 for 4, and it's time for drinks.
Well, Ajman need to rebuild after the drinks break. Captain is well set on 16. Mohammad Aftab Javed new to the crease. Ibrahim Masood, he is weaving a web around the men in purple. Beautiful bowling. That leg break in particular is fizzing off the wicket. And I think he needs to stick to that. Forget about your googly for now. You're already creating so many problems with your orthodox spin. Yes, it's your wicket-taking ball, but hide it, use it as a weapon rather than overexposing it. And this should be a good tussle. A very fine young player, batter rather, and a top quality leg spinner. And their club teammates as well, Rizwan.
Yeah, good matchup. And Adnan has been there for a while now, 16 of 23. Just a bit concerned about the scoring rate that he's currently executing. He needs to find, oh, look at the delivery. And once again, a beautiful one from Ibrahim Masood. Yet again, it has been referred upstairs. Well, it's troubling the batters of Ajman.
And Vritya Arvind is involved in every dismissal. Once again, big smiles, very confident that Adnan al-Mulk has just overextended. Let's take a look. Oh dear me, yes, Fritya Arvind. We've heard of the man with the golden arm. This is the man with the golden gloves.
Brilliant work. Elegant and quick, lightning fast, Ritya Arvind. Umpires are still checking, but I think he's got his man.
I agree with you. Doesn't look like there's anything behind that popping crease. Full extension from Adnan ul Mulk, but just that fizz off the wicket once more. And I think Adnan ul Mulk's body language suggests that he knows he might be in trouble. The third umpire, Mr. Shamim Abdul Bashir, has certainly been quite busy. But Sharjah have turned up, especially in the bowling department this evening. And Ritya Arvind has been absolutely sensational with the gloves. And they have yet another spinner, Usaid Amin, who can get involved as well.
Still checking. Zoomed in now. Yeah, I think this is a much better angle. And as you rightly stated, there's nothing behind the line. Well, he's walking off. And another one bites the dust for Team Ajman. This is brilliant bowling from Ibrahim Masood. He's troubling the batters of Ajman. Absolutely magnificent. 55 for 5.
So we're down to the rounders. Junaid Shamsu coming in at number 7. He certainly packs a punch. Even a quick fire cameo from him at this stage could change the complexion of the game. Ibrahim Masood has been absolutely on fire. Oh, that was the googly Rizwanur Rahman. I was just closing my eyes when I saw that big wind up from Shamsu.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. You're half side down back in the hutch and you're trying to go big despite that. I understand you love to go aggressive from ball 1, but you've got to watch whom you're playing. You just arrived at crease. Junaid Shamsu, the new batter for Ajman. Well, they have Sagir Khan and Zohair Iqbal, the bowling all-rounders for Ajman. They need to find a way to get to a respectable total.
Yeah, on paper, that's a good trio to have in terms of all-rounders. Beautifully bowled again, soft hands. No single there though. Ayan Afzal Khan is very close in a short extra. And what a 180-degree turnaround for this young individual, Ibrahim Masood. Just bowled 1 over against Fujairah. And he would be wishing he had a few more this evening. I think he read the googly there. Nicely flicked. But all they'll get is a single. Superb bowling. 57 for 5 after 11. Trial by spin for Ajman. Oh, bottom edge. Khuzaima. Well, more like a hockey goalkeeper on that occasion. but he made the save.
Brilliant from Husseima at the first slip. Well, how would you combat this spin duo? You've seen electrifying work behind the stumps from Rithya Arvind, Ayan Afzal Khan and Ibrahim Masood, both complementing each other. Is that an opportunity? No, umpire not interested. They need to draft a plan quickly to combat these two spinners. So far, it's been outstanding performances from both the bowlers.
They are really giving it a rip this evening. Well, you've got two options. Either you use your feet or you bring out the sweep. And these two don't really play that shot. They look to belt the ball hard down the ground in the V towards long off, long on, cow corner. So they certainly need to make something happen. Tell you what about that catch from Khuzaima? Unbelievable athlete he is. That would have been the catch of the tournament if there was an edge. Well, the cut shot is only going to give you a single. And the overs are starting to run out as well, Rizwan.
The boundaries have dried up. And the run rate also is under 5 runs an over in a T20 format. Obviously, that would not help you. And Junaid Shamshu, I reckon, is not going to hold on. He's going to play his shots. But he's got to be careful for the wrong one as well. The top spinner. Oh, has got him straight up. Slow one from Ayan. Didn't turn much. And has picked up another one.
Well, you called it. He was going to go for the big shot. But look at that turn off the straight. Drift in the air, pitching on middle, and crashing into off stump. Junaid Shamsu's furniture has been disturbed, well and truly. And so have Team Ajman. 6 down for 58. So it's going to be Saghir Khan coming in at number 8, capped by the UAE very recently. But he has been sent back to domestic cricket to work on his game. Very gifted all-rounder, terrific bowler, and a sweet striker of the ball. Beautifully bowled, Ayan Afzal Khan. He's spinning it like a top. Fabulous over. Yet another wicket to his name. 2 for 2 in 2. Triple 2. 58 for 6.
We've seen the services of Ibrahim Masood and Ayan Afzal Khan. Quite economical and phenomenal. Ahmad Aftab gets the connection right. And a much needed boundary after a long time for Team Ajman.
Well, we did mention they are club teammates. And he recognized that fuller one. Over pitch delivery. It was a half volley really. And Aftab Javed gleefully accepted the invitation. One bounce. Clean strike. He is a sweet timer of the ball. Wonderful comeback ball. Perfect length. And look at that one turn. Leg break. Bowling at its finest.
We were just talking about the pace battery that they possess. And besides the pace battery, the spin attack they have. Ibrahim Masood, Ayan Afzal Khan. We haven't seen Dania Liaquat into action as yet. We haven't seen Usaid Amin, who had a phenomenal ILT development league. So it's a very good team, Sharjah. It's just that they need to have a plan in place to execute well.
Well, certainly their pride was hurt, losing on the opening day of the D20. You can see the intensity levels are a lot better this evening. Oh, look at that one. That might have pitched outside leg and fizzed past his off stump.
Sharp turn. Sagir is put to test. Welcome to Sharjah, says Ibrahim Masood. Good delivery yet again. Well, he's been quite phenomenal today, Ibrahim Masood.
He's been almost untouchable. Fabulous bowling. And he would feel like he wished he had 3 or 4 more overs. Googly to conclude. And we'll get an inside edge for a single. 2 for 20 on the night for the spin wizard Ibrahim Masood. Fabulous bowling. 64 for 6. So Ayan will continue. A big wind up from Saghir. Well, that's the way he plays. Looks to counter-attack, looks to go big. It's not easy to do on a turning pitch though. And with Sharjah spin bowlers in fine rhythm. Just need to nudge it around for a while. Looking for a second aftab, but nothing doing. Asghar Khan alongside me in the com box. The spin bowling from Sharjah has been a treat.
Thank you very much, Ahmed Khwaja. Yes, they are on top here, turning the ball and causing a lot of confusion as well.
Ibrahim Masood was certainly turning the ball square. Ayan has been excellent as well. Because he can get that drift in the air, then it pitches and turns away. Really is an important tournament for Ayan. Of course, he has been retained by Gulf Giants for ILT 20 Season 4. So it's good to see him in good bowling form. That augurs well for the tournament to be held starting on National Day, December 2nd. What a delivery. Look at that one, grip and rip.
How do you play those, Ahmed Khwaja? That was a wonderful delivery. Like you mentioned, the drift. It makes you align yourself for the straighter one, and when it straightens off the pitch, you don't have a chance.
This is high. It's a miscue. Chance. Oh, couldn't get there. Usaid Amin at cover point. Just couldn't get underneath it.
It was always tough running backward. Deep extra cover. May have had a better look at that one. So he taking few chances here. Getting away with that one. Yeah.
He'll always back himself to clear the ropes. This has been superb, spellbinding bowling from Ayan Afzal Khan. 68 for 6. So it's going to be yet more left arm spin coming in for Sharjah. Dania Liaquat. They also have Usaid Amin with his off break. So they've got the spin quota covered. Well, not sure what kind of delivery that was. Bowled halfway down the track. Look to flight the ball. Give it a rip, Daniel.
Well, he's quite different to Ayan Afzal Khan, obviously. More of that skidness, shorter in stature, and looks to dart the ball in, round armish.
Yeah, but there is turn on offer. Drag down has been whacked away towards mid-wicket, and even a poor delivery is not being put away by Ajman at the moment.
He will be very, very disappointed. That was a half tracker. Could have put it anywhere. But that's what happens when you're under pressure. You're not able to pounce on those loose deliveries.
Yeah, it's been a no-show from Ajman so far. Hitting from the crease, dead straight, and will beat the long off. Another sweet strike from Aftab Javed.
He's a good young player and he plays spin quite well. So far, he struggled a fair bit, but this is his opportunity. Slightly over pitch though. Right up in the slot and beautifully played down the ground.
Yeah, very smartly placed. He didn't look to go across the line. Soft hands on that occasion. And I was mildly surprised to see him coming in at 6. You have an inexperienced middle order. He should be batting at 4 in this lineup behind the captain and the likes of Lovepreet, Ansh Tandon, just to solidify that middle order. Oh, it's gone. Well, the commentators curse. Trying to drive on the up. A poor shot. And that is a hammer blow to Ajman.
Well, Aftab throws it away after a tough start. Done the hard work, driving on the up, and it was not timed at all. May have just stuck in the surface a little bit. Not an easy pitch to hit on the up.
Well, that is disappointing, and that might be the final hope for Ajman. 74 for 7 now. Aftab Javed dismissed. Esam Matiur Rab, another budding all-rounder. More of a bowler though. I think he'll enjoy bowling in these conditions with his flighted leg break. But he needs to provide some runs for the side here. Dania Liaquat hasn't bowled the best over, but still has a wicket to his name. It's all Sharjah at the moment. 74 for 7. Final over of Ayan's spell. Oh, this has been belted. Absolutely dead straight for 6. Mohammad Saghir Khan unleashing.
Good thing about that shot on that occasion, Ahmed Khwaja, he looked to hit straight. Not much turn there from Ayan, slightly fuller as well, but the idea was right and the execution was even better. Superb stroke.
Well, this was the kind of ball striking ability that got him called up to the UAE national team. Very talented, very athletic, very skillful all-rounder is Saghir Khan. It's just a matter of being able to build an innings putting it all together. Fair enough, you can hit sixes at will, but that's not the way. That's a low percentage approach at the highest level. This is big, but it's a miscue. Long on. Oh, it will just carry over. Ibrahim Masood left a spectator in the end.
That was a tough shot because he slowed it up there and heaved away towards mid-on. And for a moment, we all thought he just picked out the fielder, but just enough power behind that one. Slogged away for six. Back-to-back sixes for Saeed.
They need plenty more. And that will be the end. And that is Saghir Khan in a nutshell for you.
Quite disappointing. That's where, Ahmed Khwaja, you make a very good point, and sometimes you need to be critical of him as well. He's got to find that middle game. Just an outrageous hike across the line, 2 sixes, and then loses his brain and thought process. Departs. Disappointment for Ajman and disappointment for the fans as well. Saghir is gone there in big, big trouble.
Zuhair Iqbal coming in at 10. Ayaan Afzal Khan with a match-winning spell, 3 for 18. Oh, well bowled there. And Vritya Arvind, I believe, has got 3 stumpings today. That's not something you see every day at D20. So he's had a fabulous day with the gloves on. And very watchfully played. Where was that approach earlier?
That approach missing from the top order, and even Saghir throwing it away.
Bit of a misfield, but 3 for 18 on the night. Ayaan Afzal Khan has reigned supreme, 86 for 8. Dania Liaquat into his second. Well, there was no mid-on in place, thankfully for Assam. And I don't think we're going to see the seamers coming on anytime soon.
Well, you talk about him, his wicket keeping has been top notch, and I thought his captaincy has been superb. The way he utilized Wasim Akram, giving him another over, picking up that wicket of Lovepreet, and ever since they have been on top.
Yeah, he's a natural leader, Vritya Arvind. Oh, arm ball caught Zuhair by surprise. Yeah, he's led the troops very well. Even though Khalid Shah is a very important component of the Sharjah side, was feeling unwell today. So just shows they've got smarts beyond their main captain. A leave, not something you see every day.
That's where Zuhair Iqbal does fancy himself with the bat, and I've seen him play useful knocks down the order, 20s, 30s. He's applying himself.
That was the back of the hander from Dania Liaquat, so mixing it up nicely. Yeah, he certainly can hang around, can do a job. But all of them, we've been saying can for the last 7 or 8 overs. And nobody has wanted to. Application has been missing.
Yeah, you do need application on such tracks when the ball is not quite coming on. You will not find batting paradise throughout your career if you are to play at any level. It's about adaptability. It's about the skill set to find a way to score runs.
Oh, that was a hittable delivery. Yeah, you make an excellent point there. In fact, you won't get floodlit cricket anywhere else in the world as much as you do in the UAE. So you don't have that dew making it easier for you to bat. Usually we have day games where the bowlers, especially the spinners, if they get a dryish wicket, they can really dominate you. And when you're competing at the top level, you won't get boundary balls. That is that adjustment our domestic cricketers need to make when they make the leap up to international level or franchise level. And bowled him. A horrible shot from Assam. Heaving across the line. And it crashes into off stump.
That was beautifully bowled. Why do I say that, Ahmed? Because he slowed it up considerably. Look at that. Ball not arriving. Enticed him to a bit of a slog. And he's paid the price. A bit of surprised look on his face. But I'm sure he's enjoyed that one. That's the end of Assam. 9 down for 90.
So we're down to the final pair. Muzammil Qasim Khan coming in at number 11. It's been a dreadful show with the bat from Team Ajman. Fair enough, there was spin and turn on offer. But some shot selection has been very questionable, to say the least. Usaid Amin. He wants to get in on the wicket-taking act as well. And I'm sure Muzammil and Zohair will take a chance.
Surely they will. Try and add few runs. Try to get to 130. Give something for the bowlers to bowl at. I'm not sure that is going to be enough, but you never know. It's a funny old game. It's a game of glorious uncertainties.
Oh, looking to cut a foolish delivery. Muzammil, so at least he's trying to remain at the crease alongside Zohair. Time will tell how long that lasts. Yeah, he went to plan A and he picks the gap. One bounce.
Typical Muzammil Qasim. Hike across the line. He's a tall man and he's got good reach as well. And the off spinner coming back into him does favor him, that leg side.
Yeah, bowled it too straight. Needs to be landing outside off. That was on middle and leg. Allowed him to unleash. Flatter trajectory. Well, you can afford to flight the ball with the opposition 9 down.
Yeah. These lower order batters a chance as well to free up their arms. 96 for 9 up.
Chance in the deep. Mid-wicket settling. And that is all she wrote for Ajman. Bowled out in less than 18 overs for just 96 on board. And Usaid Amin pitched it short, induced the big slog, mistimed, and a simple catch.
Job well done for Sharjah. They will be mighty, mighty pleased after winning the toss and bowling first. All smiles here for Sharjah, well led by Avritya. And disappointment for Ajman. Bowled out inside 20 overs. Ahmed Khwaja always criminal.
That is absolutely not on. And not even breaching the 100 mark. Look at that. Lovepreet, 14 of 12. Adnan ul Mulk applied himself. Yahya Abdul Rahman tried his best. But after their departure, it was a virtual procession as the spinners of Sharjah absolutely dominated. And Vritya Arvind was brilliant. 3 stumpings and all of them one better than the other.
A disappointing batting. 3 or 4 starts, but not going on to make a substantial contribution. And look at the bowling. Wasim was brilliant. 1 for 14 of his 3, and Farhan was touch offline today. 1 for 20. Pick of the bowlers there. Ayan Afzal 3 for 18, and Masoud also picking up 2 wickets. 2 wickets for Danial Liaquat, and Usaid Amin chipped in with the wicket. Good piece of captaincy from Ritya Arvind with the way he rotated.
Yeah, from 52 for 2, they have slid to 96 all out. Absolute no-show from the middle order. And the all-rounders didn't apply themselves either. Taking a look at the highlights. It was Sharjah who invited Ajman to bat first, and Ansh Tandon looking to force the issue. Caught a deep third. Adnan Ul-Mulk was looking decent alongside Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. But then getting a bit over-ambitious, Lovepreet trying to pull off the front foot. And an excellent running catch by Ritya Arvind. Then there was a bit of a mini partnership between Yahya and the skipper. But Ibrahim Masood came into his own alongside Ayan Afzal Khan. Terrific bowling, plenty of grip, turn. They beat the bat consistently. And Ritya Arvind put on a show with the gloves on. Junaid Shamsu, poor shot. Aftab Javed, false dismissal once more. And after his departure, well, Saghir hit a few lusty blows and then literally ran down the track to stump himself. And Usaid Amin did the honors to pick up the final wicket. Simple catch at deep mid. So 97 runs for Sharjah to get to winning ways in the D20. How will they progress in the run chase? We'll find out in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the run chase of match number 3 of the Emirates D20 2025. Ajman, after being invited to bat first, well, it was a very disappointing effort to say the least. Nobody getting into the 20s, a lot of dismissals, soft dismissals I would say, and Sharjah were absolutely on their A game, especially in the spin department. Ayan Afzal Khan, Ibrahim Masood really running riot in the middle overs, and they've knocked over Ajman for just 96 runs. Well, Sharjah have played the first half of this game really well. 3 wickets for Ayan, 2 for Ibrahim Masood. Tania Liaquat chipping in with a couple as well. And from 52 for 2, they have slid to 96 all out and did not even bat their allotted 20 overs. Rizwanur Rahman, can Ajman miraculously defend this score, or is this game done and dusted?
Well, low scorings are always deceptive. We've seen that. But given the kind of batting lineup Sharjah has, a new leader in place, I think it's going to be a straightforward chase to them unless Ajman finds a way to pick up wickets in the power play, put a lid on the scoring, create that pressure. But to me, I feel it is 80% Sharjah.
Yeah, I find it hard to disagree with you there. If it was at least 120, 130, maybe one could say there is an outside chance. But 97, that is very, very unlikely to be defended. It's going to be Tanish Suri and Vritya Arvind once again. Up top. 2 wicketkeeper batters, both have represented the UAE. And are fabulous talents for sure. Tanish Suri, still a teenager in that maroon helmet. Vritya Arvind, already the highest run getter in ODIs for UAE at the tender age of 23. So you can imagine his immense talent and ability. Will be looking to make a comeback to the national team. Thankfully, they got across the line today in a hard-fought victory against Qatar to open up their men's T20 World Cup qualifying campaign. The Asia Pacific Finals taking place in Oman. And looks like it will be Muzammil Qasim Khan, the googly bowler, to take the new ball.
Quite impressive, Muzammil Qasim. And given the conditions, we've seen the amount of turn for the bowlers of Sharjah. And that is exactly what Adnan Ul Mulk has opted to start the proceedings with the spin. Quite intelligent bowler, Muzammil Qasim, quite known in the UAE domestic circuit. It'll be interesting to see how he will pan out today.
He certainly does give it a rip, and he prefers bowling with the new ball. There is a long on and a deep mid wicket in place. Shorter offside boundaries. So are they looking to go inside out against him? Let's see. Nicely bowled, cramping Tanish for room and getting a healthy response from this track.
Change in the opening pair of the batters of Sharjah, Khalid Shah and Tanish Suri were opening yesterday. Today, Ritya Arvind alongside Tanish Suri. Naturally, the opening position is what he opts for. And straight away, you can see the amount of turn there, Ahmed Khwaja.
Shaping up to open up the offside. Tanish Suri getting tempted by that shorter boundary. He's technically sound, has a mature head on his young shoulders. And certainly one for the long term. Watchfully played so far. They can take a bit of time to settle in. You're only chasing a score of 97, required run rate of 5. Just need to get back to winning ways. That will be the dictation. So far a tidy over from Muzammil. And try to maximize the loose deliveries.
Oh, absolutely. And I think they've got that temperament. Both the batters, talking about Ritya Arvind, quite prolific, quite known for his contributions towards the UAE cricket, especially the national side in the longer format of the game. But he's cool-headed. He knows what his target is. He plans his innings accordingly. Wonderful batter, Ritya Arvind, has done exceptionally well today. Straight to the fielder. As a keeper and as a skipper of the team. 1 over gone, 1 for none.
So it's going to be both ends. Left arm orthodox, Mohammad Aftab Javed. Not a big turner of the ball. Likes to rely more on the drifter, the arm ball. And he will be bowling from the Sharjah Cricket Academy and with a shorter onside boundary. Good looking push coming in from Tanish. It's not easy to get through that defense, that technique. Wonderful to see some kids running onto the field of play. Excited to get involved in the action. Oh, wonderful delivery. A bit of grip and turn on that one.
Well, there'll be no stoppage for that kid, I would say. No security guards in place, and he was looking to go on to the field. Yeah, as we speak, 3 dot deliveries on the trot from Mohammad Aftab. So far, it's been clinical from the boys of Ajman. Brilliant fielding there by Basel Asim as well.
Try to take it above run a ball. Keep it interesting. And that young lad you mentioned was, I think, Khalid Shah Jr. And if he's even half as enthusiastic as his daddy, I'm sure he'll be playing a lot of cricket here. Khalid Shah, a product of Sharjah cricket through and through. Works in the Sharjah cricket staff as well. He's always busy off the field. And wonderful to see the youngster getting involved. Watchfully played. Tidy stuff from Aftab. 2 overs of power play done. Ajman, pardon me, Sharjah are 2 for none. So it's been for Sharjah. Tanish Suri 2 of 10. Just looking to get his eye in. Drifting down leg. Well, when you're only defending a score of 96 extras. Tanish for room. Does like to use his feet. Shot, but I think that was a wise decision.
Yeah, well inside the tram line. The bowlers have been productive so far. Charges down the wicket. Just a single. Yeah, they can afford to take their time, as you rightly mentioned. Not a big target that they're chasing. It's all about getting your eyes set in. There will be pace on offer down the line. They have the likes of Zohair Iqbal yet to come. Just take a bit of time, understand the conditions and go big from there on.
He's a difficult bowler to read, Muzammil. He has a leg break action, but the ball turns into you. He's basically a off spinner, but not finger spin, wrist spin. Very unorthodox. Nicely smothered, well played by Vritya. Just using soft hands, getting to the pitch of the ball to get off the mark. Remember, he had a golden duck in the previous game, so he'll certainly be looking to make amends That confidence must be flowing after that wonderful wicket-keeping performance. Once again, only picking out the deep square in the deep. So it's been tidy stuff from Muzammil.
They're not too worried about the deficit between the runs and the balls. Both the batters, Ritya Arvind and Tanish Suri, 4 of 13. Not the usual way Tanish scores those runs, but they believe in themselves. It's that one good over that they need, that they cover up the deficit. As of now, both the bowlers bowling really well. There's amount of turn as well. So respecting those good deliveries. That will bring us to the end of over number 3. Sharjah are 7 for none.
Just going at 2.5 runs per over. A wonderful shot from Ritya Arvind. Up and over extra cover. Just creating that room to execute that shot.
We knew that was coming. Gave himself a bit of room. Timed it to perfection. Yeah, he'll be mighty pleased. Full extension of arms and gets the boundary for Team Sharjah.
Such a difficult shot to execute normally, but he makes it look easy. That is the class and quality of a top player. Trying to repeat the dose, but along the carpet. They've got the field very close in on the offside for anything chipped in the air. Ritya Arvind will certainly not mind going aerial. Nicely timed once again. So he's looking to get after Aftab Javed, who's held his own so far. Only 5 runs conceded. So it's a good tussle. Nicely bowled once again. This is intriguing stuff.
It's crammed him for room there. He saw the moment he was trying to go inside out, followed the batter. This is good stuff. Good contest between both bat and ball. Oh, inside edge. Adnan will cut it off and they'll pick up a couple of runs. Unlucky for Aftab, but Ritya wouldn't mind it.
Got completely bamboozled there. And very lucky he was away from the stumps. It's been disciplined bowling so far from Ajman. Just got the bat down in time. Teasing over from Aftab Javed. 13 for no loss. Muzammil very likely to continue unchanged here in the power play. He's been shaping up for that cut shot, but that offside ring is heavily packed.
Yeah, you need to do something different. You need to fabricate a shot. But Muzammil Qasim, spot on, not giving any width or room whatsoever. Another good one. Kept a bit low on that occasion, but is mixing it up really well.
Yeah, you can see they're not confident to step out of the crease and hit towards mid-off against Muzammil. So far he's tied down the batters well. He does have cushion on the onside. Only going to be a single. So anytime he drops it short, he has that deep mid. It's difficult to play that inside out shot that Vrithya plays against him.
Yeah, absolutely. Tanish Suri. Touch slow today, 5 of 16. Understandably, brilliant bowlers in operation. And what a shot that is from Vrithya Arvind. Waited for it and punched it towards the offside for a boundary.
I'll tell you what, Rizwan, it was marginally short. Maybe just a couple of inches offline. And that is unbelievable from Vrithya. My word, what a player he is. Forcing it off the back foot. And that's why the Desert Vipers were very keen to pick him up for ILT20 Season 4. We certainly wish him the best, because he is one of the best in the UAE.
Oh, absolutely. I think there have been some changes. We hope he gets an opportunity to bat at the top order in the ILT20 Season 4. Exceptional talent. And what I quite like about is the temperament, Asghar. Ahmed. We'll talk more about it. 5 overs gone, 18 for none.
Final over of power play. We're going to see some pace being introduced by Ajman. Zohair Iqbal, very lively. Can get that ball to swing both ways. And Tanish Suri, like you mentioned, Rizwan, has been bogged down a bit. Going at a strike rate below 33.3. In swinger, beautifully clipped. Well, forget about those issues of strike rate. Tanish Suri with a glorious clip through mid-wicket for 4.
Well, he loves pace on offer. We've seen him play. And look at that shot from Tanish Suri. As easy as you like. And Zohair Iqbal straight away under pressure. We spoke about this. Deficit is absolutely not a concern for these batters. They know how to cover that deficit. And what a start to the over.
Much better delivery and solid as a rock. That's a very old school shot, that clip past the mid-on. Used to see it a lot, especially at the peak of ODI cricket in the late 90s, early 2000s. Zohair Iqbal, well, your pace can be your best friend and your worst enemy. When you get it wrong, these are quality bats. They will not forgive you. Overall, it's been a decent power play session from Ajman. Upish. And in the gap once more. And Junaid Shamsu, I think he's done well there.
Yeah, you can't afford to bowl full length deliveries to these batters. They would definitely cash on those opportunity. Chipped in the air and they pick up comfortable too. And look at the way, the ease that he's actually scoring those runs off the seam. Tanish, quite impressive. We've seen him representing UAE as well. Quite phenomenal at top of the order.
Yeah, he's a great value add for you. Wicketkeeper, opener batter, covers 2 or 3 roles. And he's technically very sound as well. He allows rounder, especially in T20 eyes. I remember he got his maiden half century in the Gulf Cup, where UAE went on to be crowned champions. He was an integral part of that squad, opening alongside Mohammad Wasim. Since then, of course, as a young player, you have dips in form. So he's on the outside looking in at the moment at the UAE T20I team. But certainly a wonderful prospect for the future. Still just a teenager. Oh, steps into that and launched over extra cover. Read the slower delivery like a book.
Waited for it and is taken full advantage of the delivery. As easy as you like. Full stretch of the blade. Quite elegant. Wonderfully executed by Tanish. I do remember the Gulf Cup final between UAE and Kuwait went down till the wire. And it was the left arm seamer who picked up the wicket of Meet Bhavsar. What a match it was. Brilliant.
That was truly a memorable night in UAE cricket. Oh, beats the short third. It's raining boundaries at Sharjah thanks to Tanish Suri.
Well, that should have been stopped. Poor effort. Yeah, the ball was travelling. That should have been stopped. A boundary to close out the over. Expensive over. 6 overs gone. 32 for none.
So we're going to see some leg break outside the power play. Assam Matiur Rab likes to flight the ball, does give it a rip. And we've seen there is turn on offer. If you land it in the right areas, that will be key. He can be a touch inconsistent at times, Assam Matiur Rab. Good start. Nicely flighted, pitching on middle. And Vidya will just keep it rolling along.
Yeah, going back to spin, the skipper Adnan, and rightly so. We've seen Zuhair was expensive in that over. They need to find a way to pick up wickets. Failing which, these two batters will take it away. And what a delivery that was. Brilliant from Assam Matiur Rab.
This is an encouraging start for the young leggy. It's coming out of the hand quite nicely. And when he's really on his game, he gets that drift in the air as well. So this is encouraging signs. And even Tanish is giving due respect. Just taking what's on offer. If only they had about 130, 140.
Yeah. It's the calmness, the composure, the temperament that these batters have. Taking it ball by ball, not too worried, and punishing bad deliveries. Asim will clean it up, just a single. And the good thing is they're fully cashing on the opportunity. Anything loose, you'll find it at the fence.
And they have a very rock solid technique as well. So they can defend the good deliveries or work them away for ones and twos. That is what frustrates the bowling when you go for runs as well. Oh, that was an opportunity. Fine leg was very square. Any amount of bat, he would have had 4. Assam just moving away from the original plan. Just try to pitch around middle and off. Turn it away. Keep it simple. Call is for 2. But they'll stick to 1. Good intent shown in the field by Aftab. But they're doing it quite nicely at the moment, Sharjah.
Under 5 is the required run rate. Haven't lost a wicket yet. So far, executing their plans well. Nritya Arvind. There's a bit of a mix up there. And in the end, no damage done. 7 gone, 37 for none. 7 overs gone, 37 for none. Change in the bowling. We have Sagir Khan. He'll be operating from the Sharjah Cricket Academy, and they'll be changing the comms as well. Ahmed will take a breather, and joining me in the comm box with all his experience is Asghar Khan. Asghar, welcome back. 37 for none. What do you make of this match?
Thank you very much, Rizwan Rahman. Well, 37 for none. It's a solid start, and the situation allows them to go about things in the manner which they're doing at the moment. It's a solid start. They're taking their time. That required rate is not a problem. So, Ajman, the only hope for them, they desperately need to pick up wickets and wickets in clumps here. Sahir has been introduced into the attack for the first time. Oh, good start. That one just lifted off the seam and almost got the outside edge.
Good start for Sagir. Certainly has a responsibility on the shoulders. And I think as a unit, they have a decent unit. They need to do a bit of tweaking order. They've got a wonderful bowling setup as well. Considering power play, they've managed to put a lid on the score. They've got to go back to the drawing board, just assess the conditions, come up with a plan, and I think they'll be tough opponents in the ongoing D20 2025 edition.
Oh, absolutely. Conditions, well, it's not the flattest surface. As we have seen, the spinners got the ball to turn and bounce. The seamer, if you hit a decent length, just like Sagir, into the pitch, you get that extra bit of bounce. But you do need a score of around 150 at least.
That's a valid point that you've mentioned. We've seen that plan being executed by the bowlers of Sharjah, trying for the... There was an off-pitch delivery from Sagir Khan, and as you rightly mentioned, it's the areas that you've got to target as a seamer. We've seen that from Wasim. Yeah, Farhan was a bit expensive. Khuzaima was quite impressive as well, and I think Sagir's done well so far.
He's done well, 3 deliveries, right on the money. Nicely punched off the back foot on the offside to the sweeper cover. Length is the key here on this surface, especially with a slightly semi-new ball. You've got to hit that 4 to 6 meter mark and look to get extra bit of bounce. Wickets. It's been a solid stuff from Sharjah. Upish and through mid-wicket for another single. Good stuff here from Sahir.
Yeah, neat and tidy so far. They will... The upcoming opponent's team. Both the batters quite confident. They're taking their time. They have that breathing space as well.
Oh, good in dipper. The last ball. Terrific stuff here from Sahir. He's a great competitor. And he started off really well. 4-8. $40 for none after 8. Assam Matthew Rub will continue. Good start in his opening over. Ajman playing their first game and not a great start with the bat, but they're putting up a decent show with the ball here. Tossed up delivery, nicely bowled. He's more of a traditional leg spinner, slow through the air, Rizwan.
Yeah, consolation reward for them. Power play did belong to Muzammil Qasim alongside Aftab. They did bowl extremely well. Skied up in the air, but towards the deep third region, the ball will find the fence. Well, Isam Europe cannot believe it, but there was an outside edge and straight towards the deep third region.
Genuine outside edge as well. He was looking to go over extra cover. Little bit of spin and a little bit of bounce. But lucky for him. Another day, it was a flew to short third man. Gets away with it. Solid in defense.
Yeah, he's enjoying his outing. He's getting those runs. Flighted delivery on that occasion. The previous one, which went to the boundary. Wavered down the leg side. He missed an opportunity in the previous over. Yet again, not much of pace. Just gets a couple of runs there.
Again, the slowness allowed Tanish Suri to get under that one. Couple of runs round the corner. Both batters looking solid. I like the application. I like the hard yards they've done on a surface which is not quite ideal for batting. Just like that. Not rushed. Looking to play each ball on its merits. Another loosener down the leg side. I think it just brushed something on the way through. That's what the umpire thinks so. 9 overs gone. 46 for none. Sagir very impressive with the ball in his opening over. Driving beautifully down the ground. That's where I'm a bit surprised is one that fielder at mid-off was coming right off the edge of the circle. The only way they can exert pressure is got to stop those singles.
Yeah, you got to take those starts as well, even if you're towards the edge of the inner circle. Take the start, create that pressure, and don't allow free singles. So far, they've still kept it under 6 runs and over, which is positive for Team Ajman. Yeah, just nudge it towards the onside for a single.
No rush whatsoever. 48 for none, 49 more required. But I do feel now they got the foundation. I think both batters can afford to just put the foot down here and really go after the bowling a bit more. Try and get this one done quickly. Short delivery. Kashabilla looks at the square leg umpire and it's one of the over. Don't you think, Rizwan, they just need to push on because that required rate is not a problem. They have 10 wickets in hand. Later on in the tournament, sometime you do need that cushion of that run rate.
Most certainly. They need to shift gears. They've already faced 9.3 overs. First half almost done. And they need to show some aggression. I understand this is a low scoring game, but remember, if you're chasing 170, 180 odd runs, it's difficult. Yeah, they do have the service of some powerful hitters, but you've got to lay the foundation in the power play.
Absolutely. Sagir has bowled really well here. Used the conditions. Another change of pace, this time the off cutter. One thing for sure, he's a great trier. And we all know his competitiveness never say die attitude. He's putting in the hard yards.
I fully echo with you on what you said, but he just needs to be polished a bit. We've seen in the batting department, he hit 2 maximums against Ayan Afzal Khan. You got those score already. You lost your wickets. You got to hunker down a little bit. And these are certain things that they need to work at, and especially in the bowling department also. Try to create some pressure. We'll talk more about it. 10 overs gone, 50 for none.
Fifty for none at halfway stage after 10 overs. The important thing is they haven't lost a wicket. 47 more required. Under 5 runs per over should be a very comfortable chase as Matthew Rubb will continue. Can he make the breakthrough here? Inside out. Amazing stroke. That is some stroke here from Tanish Suri. Easily done over extra cover for 6.
Half volley on offer and is taking it to the cleaners. Beautiful shot from Tanish Suri. Waited and delivered. Full bat, beautiful. And the message is very clear during the drinks break. You've got to chase it down as soon as possible.
I think it's the right approach as well because they've consumed enough time in the middle. They got their eye in and they know the pace of the surface, and that's where you need to accelerate as well. Pressure on his arm here. That ball disappeared into the stands. That's what happens sometimes, and no spectators around Rizwan, and you're fielding at the boundary line. It's a nightmare, I tell you. I have fetched few in my playing days. You keep looking at those stands. Is someone to help you out? No one is there. Crashed off the back foot.
Well, I understand where you're coming from, especially empty stands and the batters taking you to the cleaners. You got to search under those chairs, not an easy one. But what a shot that was from Tanish Suri. Another full length delivery. Just nudges it for a single. 8 runs already, and I think the message is crystal clear now.
Yeah, they've done really well. They're looking to be positive. 39 more required. Drops it short again. That's what happens when you bowl that slow on a surface like this. That's where he needs to learn as well, to vary his pace. Can't afford to bowl at this pace, because if you drop it short, batters will have a lot of time to rock back and play you off the back foot.
Especially the batters of Tanish and Ritya's caliber, they will certainly pounce on it. Hit really hard, but straight to Isam Matthew Rub. 4.07 is the required run rate. Not a good start for Ajman in this season. First game, they were all excited for the tournament to begin. But what a wonderful performance from the bowlers of Sharjah. 11 overs gone, 59 for none.
For none after 11 overs. Part-time leg spin of Ansh Tendon. It'll be interesting to see whether he gets some turn. A useful right-arm leg spinner. He does give the ball a real rip. Tanish Suri, 39 of 40. He's taken his time, or starts off with a half tracker straight away and gets away with that one.
Half tracker, a quicker one from Ansh Tandon. Well, the need of the hour was to score at a decent pace. I think they've done Sharjah without losing a wicket. Goes aerial. One bounce into the fence. Ritya Arvind breaks loose, gets a boundary.
Saw that opportunity. His eyes really lit up when he saw that one tossed up and down was up in the ring. Nothing more inviting for a batter who's well settled at the crease to take on a part-time leg spinner. It's time to get quick runs, and it's time to fill your shoes with some early form in the competition.
Well, he was certainly disappointed. He was caught behind yesterday, Ritya Arvind, and he's made sure he's going to stay alongside Tanish Suri. Another one in the slot that's been put down, I reckon. Isam Matthew Rub, that should have been taken. Yes, it was travelling at a decent speed, but you've got to take those chances.
Yeah, that body language is not great from Ajman. Obviously bundled out. But you got to stay in the present, stay in the moment here, because it's a long tournament and you want to string some good performances despite on the other side of your desired result, but you got to stay very much alive to the situation. Inside out. He does play that shot so well. This time to the longer part of the ground. One bounce four.
One of his favorite shots of Aditya Arvind. Another one in the slot, as easy as you like. And look at that. Elegantly executed by Aditya Arvind. Well, they are now in a hurry. 11 runs already off the over, 27 more required.
.70 for no loss. Cruising at the moment. Crashed away on the offside. Doesn't beat point. 12 gone. 11 of the over. 70 for none. Assam will continue. Use of the feet, takes it on the full and goes dead straight down the ground. And it's carried for 6.
There was a time where Tanish was striking at about 35 to 38. And now he's gone past 100. And look at that shot. He knew he's going to toss it up and he's executed it really well. Tanish Suri inching close towards his personal milestone of half century. Well, this is the beauty of Tanish Suri. You've got that maximum, you immediately pick up a single. We've seen Sagir trying to belt every single delivery out of the park.
A very good point, Rizwan Rahman. Contrasting styles, different players. He's been brought up very well coached at a young age and batting at the top of the order, where Sagir plays a bit of a finisher role. But yes, there's room of improvement, and I'm sure Sagir will look to find that middle game. Meanwhile, Vritya, very clinical in his method. Tanish Suri is a class actor. Technically pretty solid, and he's got years ahead of him. Inside out again. This time finds the fielder. They're cruising.
Well, you made a point with respect to the coaching, the academy, all of that stuff. What I'm trying to say is you've represented at the highest level. You've got those 7 down already. Just play depending on the situation. Nicely played yet again by Tanish Suri, one short of his half century. Brilliant camaraderie between these two batters.
Nicely done again. 6th of the first delivery, then rotation of strike. Vritya picks up a single and closes the 13 over with another single. 82 for none after 13 overs. Just 15 more required for Sharjah. 82 for none after 13 overs. Muzammil Qasim gets another opportunity. Tidy figures, but wicketless. So is Ajman. And joining me in the box once again, Ahmed Khwaja. Welcome back.
Much appreciated, Azhar Khan. Muzammil Qasim bowled a very tidy spell in the power play. Let's see if he can create an impact, but certainly the writing is on the wall for Ajman at the moment. It's been a very composed, very calm partnership between Tanish Suri and Vritya Arvind, both nearing their half centuries. Well, Tanish certainly is. Vritya would find it a touch difficult to get the additional 18 runs. Googly down the leg side, completely mystifying the batter and the wicketkeeper. 5 wides indeed. And in the end, looks like it's going to be a hammering and a half for Ajman.
Absolutely not a great start to the campaign for them. Muzammil completely lost it on that occasion, trying to bowl that wrong one. He's got to start that 5th stump channel and finish on that middle and off.
Yeah, absolutely. Not even on 4th stump, because he turns the ball so big. A very neatly compiled half century for Tanish Suri. Took a bit of time to get going, but in the end he made sure he took the team to safe harbor.
Yeah, took advantage of the situation, played himself in, and that's what is required. Maturity. Good head on his young shoulders. A solid knock from Tanish.
Ajman have huffed and puffed, but in the end, wicketless. Only 8 needed. Oh, there an edge on that one. I think there was, Asghar Khan.
Very close to the bat as well. Maybe the deviation. The wicketkeeper not able to collect that one.
Not an easy bowler to keep to. Oh, he flung his bat. Watch out. Mr. Waqar Latif at square leg. It happened to Ben Stokes. Now it's happened to Vritya Arvind. I hope he's okay.
Well, sweaty palms. Let's have a look. Oh, this is going to be curtains for him.
Yeah, that back leg might be aerial. Well, that is a very, very strange dismissal, if it has occurred. Full marks to the wicketkeeper. He didn't get distracted by that bat flung in the air. And just that back leg might have been a bit elevated for Vritya. Let's take a look. Gave it all he got. Slipped out of his grasp. And this is where he lost his balance. And, well, Asghar Khan, you're raising the finger in the comm box. I think Vritya might be in trouble. What a strange dismissal.
Freakish, to say the least here. Vritya Arvind, he was more worried about the bat going somewhere and just lost his balance. We can look at the funny side of things, but sometimes that can be dangerous as well. Full marks for the wicketkeeper, like you said, watching the ball into the gloves and doing the job here.
Yeah, those Kookaburra blades are not cheap by any means, even though I'm sure he has a... Vritya got 3 stumpings of his own. Might be stumped here himself. But conclusive evidence, that is what we are looking for. We've got nice innovation we have in the D20. And this could be pretty tight. A nervous wait. Yeah, tails off in time.
That's a great innovation. First time I saw this. Ahmed Khwaja, like you mentioned, it's just a wonderful thing here. And the third umpire is going to be tested, but I'm sure he's experienced enough. Well, have a look at that. I think his both feet were up in the air. Whether the bails were completely dislodged, that's another question. That's why they're taking a bit of time, and I think they've made the call, and it's a right call. That's the end of Vritya.
Well, in the end, he has to head back. Unlucky there. wanted to finish the game, but I think he's done enough. And Sharjah finally lose their first wicket. It's 89 for 1. Usaid Amin, very competent all-rounder. I really felt he was unlucky not to get drafted. I'll 20, technically sound batter, very good off spinner. He has a point to prove in the D20. And immediately shimmy down the track and punched for 4.
Excellent start. Very talented cricketer. There's a lot of quality about this young man, Usaid Amin, and what a start to his innings. 93 for 1 after 14.
So just one shot away from a clinical victory. Our team Sharjah, the disappointment of losing on the opening night of the D20 will be certainly for Tanish Suri with a well-compiled half-century. He'd like to hit the winning runs as well. Tucked away towards mid, and they'll settle for 1. Good to see Javed, even though the game is done and dusted, still sprinting hard towards the ball.
A good intensity and good body language. They need to get back to winning ways, Ajman, and they need to sort out their combination going into the next game. I think you made a very good point. Aftab Javed could be their number 4. They got to sort few things up here.
Oh, caught and bowled. No. Yeah, certainly that batting order. Get your informed batters in, get your key players in earlier. Call is for 2 once more, but they'll just amble through. The bowling has not been bad, especially the spin bowling, but their seam bowling department, perhaps they just need an extra option alongside Shamsu and Saghir. But of course, that only matters when you have runs on board. Or misfield at extra cover. And they'll only settle for a single though. Essam Matyurab falling asleep at extra cover.
That really sums up their day. Really just going through the motions. Another option, Ahmed Khwaja, I just feel that they need someone like Junaid Shamsu to get up the order, get them off to good starts. That's going to be key. That's it. Clinical performance from Sharjah, a 9-wicket victory. They bounced back really well, Ahmed Khwaja.
In the end, this is a thumping and a half with 31 balls to spare. The victory set up by the spinners of Sharjah, Ibrahim Masood and Ayan Afzal Khan were outstanding. Vritti Arvind, excellent with the gloves and with the bat. And Tanish Suri getting the required runs, coming in undefeated past a half-century. Handshakes all round, but it's been a no-show from Ajman in their opening game of the Emirates D20 2025. Certainly need to improve a lot more if they are to compete and finish in the top 4 and progress to the semi-finals.
Oh, absolutely. They will have to really pull up their socks and sort those things. Batting order, need to get runs on the board. captain. He's got a lot of work to do. So is rest of the crew, Sharjah. They've done a terrific job, and that's the run chase. Clinical 9-wicket victory. Solid Tanish Suri. 52 not out, 32 for Vritya Irwin, and Susad Amin unbeaten on 6.
Yeah, on a tricky wicket to bat on. They took their time and they compiled a very, very good opening stand. And, well, that target of 97 was never really going to make them sweat. Well, in terms of the bowling, the spinners were pretty decent. Aftab, none for 11 in his 3 overs. Muzammil, 1 for 22, the sole wicket taker. But no real threat created by anybody else for Ajman. Taking a look at the highlights of the run chase. It was a bit of a slow start for Vritya Arvind and Tanish Suri, but once they got in, they really capitalized on anything loose from the Ajman bowlers. Zohair Iqbal came in for a bit of tap. 3 boundaries taken by Tanish Suri. Isam Mathura bowled well in patches, but anytime he overpitched, he was dispatched into the stands, and Vritya Arvind in full flow. Truly is good. Tanish Suri hitting, coming in. But in the end, they did it very, very comfortably indeed, with 5 overs to spare. Summary for game number 3. 96 all out for Ajman after being invited to bat first. 3 wickets for Ayan, 2 apiece for Danial Liaquat and Ibrahim Masood. Mohammad Sagir Khan, the outstanding scorer, if you can say so, making 17 runs. Sharjah completing the run chase in style with 5 overs to spare. Tanish Suri coming in undefeated on 50. Vritya with 32 to his name. And Sharjah winning by 9 wickets. Right, then we'll take a very short break and be right back with the post-match. Stay tuned.
welcome to the post-match presentation of match number 3 of the Emirates D20 2025 winter edition, played between Sharjah and Ajman. Sharjah opting to bowl first under new leadership, Ritya Arvind taking that role, restricted Ajman for just 96 runs. Quite a few phenomenal performances. Wasim Akram, Khuzaima bin Tanveer, Ayan Afzal Khan, even Ibrahim Masood was the pick of the wickets. Well, it's time for us to award the Player of the Match award. To award the Player of the Match, it will be our honourable match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. And I would like to call upon Ayan Afzal Khan for his wonderful bowling performance. He is the Player of the Match today. 4 overs, 3 for 18. Absolutely brilliant with the ball. Ayan, congratulations. We see a completely transformed Ayan Afzal Khan. What is the secret to success?
तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक्स टू अल्लाह। तो मेरा यही है कि मैं बहुत अच्छा मैं क्रिकेट टीम में आऊँ, क्योंकि अच्छा कर रहा हूँ। जो भी लीग है बहुत अच्छा करना है, तो इंटरनेशनल में भी मुझे तो फिर से आना है, क्योंकि अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं टीम से तो बाहर हूँ। तो अभी यही है कि जो भी मैच मिले अपना मैं 100% दूंगा, चाहे वो बैट में, फील्ड में, बॉल में। तो यही है कि ये जो D20 है हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि हर मैच हम बहुत अच्छा खेल के इंटरनेशनल टीम में तो फिर से आना है मुझे।
वेल, कल आपने बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की थी इनिशियली, ऑलमोस्ट दानियल लियाकत के साथ यू वर ऑलमोस्ट ओवर द लाइन। बैटिंग में भी काफ़ी इंप्रूवमेंट्स देखी है। हम लोग वो पुराने आयन अफजल खान को जानते हैं जो नच करके सिंगल वगैरह लेते थे, मैसिव हिटिंग, इसके ऊपर भी काफ़ी काम किया पावर हिटिंग की तरफ।
जी, क्योंकि इस पे क्योंकि आजकल T20 बहुत हो रहा है, तो हिटिंग तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो इस पे मैंने बहुत हार्ड वर्क किया है। जो मेरे डैड है उन्होंने मुझे बहुत ही हार्ड हिटिंग सिखाई। हर जगह मैं जा रहा हूँ, इंटरनेशनल टीम के साथ भी यही हो रही है ट्रेनिंग। तो यही इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि वो T20 फॉर्मेट में आपको जो सिक्सेस हैं वो मैचेस है जिताते हैं। ऊपर से मैंने ऐसे बहुत मैच जिताए हैं। तो कि यही है कि जो स्मॉल ग्राउंड है, जो भी बड़ा ग्राउंड है, हार्ड हिटिंग इज़ मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर। ऊपर से इस पे मैंने बहुत हार्ड वर्क किया है, तो ये मेरे लिए तो बहुत अच्छा है।
ये मैन ऑफ द मैच कितने मायने रखता है आपके लिए?
ऑफकोर्स ये मैन ऑफ द मैच बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि D20 का मैन ऑफ द मैच ऑफकोर्स स्पेशल है। एंड ऑफ द डे टीम जीतना मेरे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि ये जो मेरी टीम है इससे मैं स्टार्ट से खेल रहा हूँ, इन्होंने मुझे बहुत इज्जत दिया है। तो ऑफकोर्स ये जो मैन ऑफ द मैच है, टीम भी जो इज्जत दे रही है, और ये मैन ऑफ द मैच ऑफकोर्स मैं मेरे जो डैड और मॉम है उनको दूंगा, क्योंकि उनकी पूरी हार्ड वर्क है मुझ पर। तो ऑफकोर्स जो वो है उनकी वजह से मैं हूँ।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए, एंड गुड लक फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट।
Thank you.
Well, that was Ayan Afzal Khan, the Player of the Match. That's all we have from the post-match presentation.